Hello everyone, this is Pawan Chaudhary from the Food Cyclone. I hope you all are safe and sound in this pandemic situation with your friends and family. In this series of video, we will be discussing about the previous year question of food analyst or junior food analyst exam conducted by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. It means FSSAI. This is the part 1 video of paper 1. So without wasting further time, let's get started. The question 1 says that Agmark Act 1973 comes under which department? The first option is Department of Consumer Affairs and Government of India. There is no relation with this to the Agmark, so this is not the correct answer. Second option is Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. This is not the correct option. Directorate of Marketing and Inspection is the correct answer of this question. Department of Legal Metrology has no relation with Agmark. Now, to understand to understand what this Agmark is and how it is related with the agriculture products. So, so let me take you through the another slide. I hope you all have seen this logo in which Government of India written on the down section and Agmark region in between the circle. Wherever you see this yellow black colored logo, it means it is a logo of Agmark, which says that certain product is a agriculture product and it has some certain set of standards which is approved by Directorate of Marketing and Inspection. Directorate of Marketing and Inspection works under a Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare, which is in or under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. The head office of Agmark is at Faridabad, Haryana, and Agmark provides standards for around 224 agriculture products. These products may be pulses, cereals, essential oils, vegetable oils, fruits and vegetables, and some kind of semi-processed products like vermicelli. In Agmark, AG means agriculture and mark for a certification mark, or it can also be said as agriculture mark. It is effective since 1937 and it has been amended in the year 1986, and it basically deals with the agriculture products. So in this question, if Directorate of Marketing and Inspection is not given as an option, then you can also go with Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. But in this question, Directorate of Marketing and Inspection is also given, so this will be the most appropriate answer of this question. Now move on to the next question. Question number 2. What is an example of biological hazard? Dirt is a kind of physical hazard, so this is not the correct answer. Cleaners is a kind are basically a kind of chemicals, so it comes under chemical hazard. So this is also not the option. Antibiotics are mostly chemicals, so that's why it cannot be considered as a biological hazard. This is also not the correct answer. But salmonella is a kind of microorganism, that's why we can consider it as a biological hazard. Question number third. What is HACCP system for? HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. HACCP system has been developed by NASA and in collaboration with Pillsbury Company. These two companies in collaboration basically produce the food for the astronauts. The food which astronauts consume doesn't have any kind of contamination or any kind of hazard associated with it. So they followed certain set of standards or some set of procedures to make it contamination free, so that it can last long and it can be used for the astronauts. So they have set certain kind of principles, and HACCP basically has 7 principles under which the HACCP system works. Basically, let's try to choose out the correct answer for this question. Physical, chemical and biological hazard. Yes, in HACCP system we try to identify the physical, chemical and biological hazard. Third option is identifying the CCPs including their location, procedure and process. Yes, we do this in HACCP and it also comes under the principle of HACCP. Accurately monitoring food hygiene hazard is also a work of HACCP, but all three options A, C, and D can be correctly summarized in option B, which says a systematic analysis, which says that HACCP is a systematic analysis of all steps and regular monitoring of the control point. So the most appropriate answer for this question is option B. Question number 4. SPS under WTO stands for. SPS under WTO stands for sanitary and phytosanitary measures. Option B is the correct answer. And SPS basically deals with food safety, animal and plant health regulations. And WTO is World Trade Organization, which is a governing body which works on the trade routes or international tradings. Question number 5. Food Safety and Standard Act 2006 passed by Indian Parliament and notified on. So to answer this question, let me take you through the one pick which I have taken from Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. If you can read it over here that the following act of Parliament received the assent of President on 23rd August 2006 and is hereby published for general information. It means the Food Safety and Standards Act got his assent on 23rd August 2006, but it came in public domain on the next day. It means 24th August 2006, which is the answer of this question. 24th August 2006 is the date on which it has been notified. So 24th August 2006 is the correct answer of this question. Move on to the next question. Question number 6. ISO 19011 quality management system deals with. Basically 19000 is a series of system which is developed by ISO and basically deals in the management of quality standards. But ISO 19000 has set certain guidelines for auditing management system. So the option D is the correct answer, which tells guidelines for quality and or environmental management system auditing. So it basically audits that where they are lacking. Question number 7. Coffee is adulterated with. So we have options like sawdust, which is not the correct answer, and ghee, which is also not the correct answer. Ghee is not having any kind of resemblance with the coffee powder, so it can be easily eliminated. Sawdust is the dust which is obtained by cutting of woods. Sawdust looks similar in color, somewhat in color of coffee powder, but it doesn't have any resemblance with coffee powder in any other aspect. But we have option that is chicory, which is the correct answer, and coffee is highly adulterated with chicory. Now question arises, why chicory is used as an adulterant? The answer of this question is that chicory is only 1/4 to the cost of coffee powder. For example, if you can buy certain amount of coffee in RS10, then to buy chicory powder of same amount, you need only 2.5 rupees. And also, the bitter taste of the chicory is very much similar with the bitter taste of the coffee. But other components which are present in coffee is not at all present in the chicory powder. But because of that bitter taste, it mimics the coffee powder. So I will tell you how you can differentiate that the coffee is adulterated with chicory or not. For that you need two beakers. This is the beaker number 1 and this one is the beaker number 2. In the beaker number 1 we have added the pure coffee and the beaker number 2 contains the coffee which is adulterated with chicory powder. So you can see if you put a spoon of coffee powder on a glass of water, then it will float. But if it is adulterated with chicory, then chicories go down and it dissolve easily with the water, and it resembles somewhat the color of the coffee, or we can say the mud like color. So the pure coffee doesn't the pure the pure coffee does not dissolve easily or by itself in water, but chicory start dissolving itself with water. So chicory is the correct answer for this question. Question number 8: sugar and salt act as preservative by the first option, killing microorganisms directly. This salt and sugar doesn't kill microorganisms directly, but it can kill the microorganisms in some indirect way, or we can say it can disturb the microorganisms. For example, if you are you for example, if you take a glass of water and add some sugar or salt, then the concentration of that water increases. So there is a kind of osmotic pressure develops. So if it is a any kind of microorganisms is present in that glass of water, or in any kind of weaker, then it may disturb the microorganisms, which may lead to the killing of those microorganisms. But this is an indirect way. But in direct way, it doesn't kill any kind of microorganisms. Increasing the acid content of food: in no way sugar and salt increases the acid content of the food. Increasing the water content of the food: in no way sugar and salt increases the water content of the food. On the other hand, it decreases the water content of food by dissolving it in water, by winding the free water available for the microorganisms. So option 4 is the correct answer of this question, winding water, so it is not available for microorganisms. But if you talk about the preservative action of sugar and salt, so salt is basically used as a preservative in pickles, and sugar is used as a preservative in condensed milk. Next question, question number 9. Out of these, which bacteria is found in processed cured meat? Lactobacillus is the most abundant bacteria which is found in processed and cured meat. Next question, question number 10. How many acts are repealed by Food Safety and Standard Act 2006? Till now, 8 acts are repealed by Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. So option D is the correct answer of this question. Question number 11. Currently, standards are present for which of the following? Option A, packaged drinking water. Currently, we have standards for packaged drinking water developed by FSSAI, but we do not have any standard for the piped drinking water, as well as we do not have any standard for well and canal water. Question number 12. Which of the following is are true about potassium bromate? It means yes, potassium bromate is a category 2B carcinogen. It means potassium bromate can cause cancer. Second is potassium bromate increases dough strength, leads to higher rising and uniform finish to the baked product. This is also correct. Food Safety and Standard Authority of India (FSSAI) permits them up to 50 parts per million. This is wrong. So both option A and B is correct for this question. Question number 13. The mandate assigned to Food Authority is laying down science-based standards for articles of food. This is correct. To facilitate food safety. This one is also correct. To regulate manufacture, storage, distribution, sale and import of food. This is also correct. So all of the above is the correct answer of this question. Question number 14. How many scientific panels have been constituted in the Food Authority? There are at present 16 scientific panels have been constituted in the Food Authority. Benefits of implementing HACCP ISO 22000. ISO 22000 basically deals with the food safety management system. This is, so option A is a preventive approach to food safety. This one is correct. Reduce the need for the cost of in product testing. Yes, if you have a set of quality standards, then you need not for more testing, which will automatically lead to less price of production to the food products. Can help and identify process improvement and reduce customer complaints. So if you have a better production system, then you will get less number of customer complaints. So option C is also correct. So the correct answer of this question is all of the above. Next question, question number 16. Which of these is not an international standard or statutes? Codex Alimentarius Commission is an international standard. European Union standards, it means EU standards, is also a kind of international standard. Food and Agriculture Organization FAO is an international organization, but Bureau of Indian Standard is an Indian standards developed by our country, and it works under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So this is the correct answer of this question because they have asked not an international standards or a statute. Question number 17. FSSAI is located in 5 regions with head office located at New Delhi. ISO 9001-2008 quality management system deals with. ISO 9000 series is a family of quality management, so it deals with requirements for quality management. Option D is the correct answer of this question. Question number 19. As per the definition of food under Food Acts in India, food doesn't include, it includes alcoholic beverages, it includes caffeinated beverages as well, it includes chewing gums as well, but it doesn't include chewing tobacco. So this is the correct answer of this question because they have asked which doesn't include in FSS, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. So option D is the correct answer of this question. Question number 20. As per Food Safety and Standards Act, FSMS stands for. I think all of you might be knowing the answer of this question. FSMS stands for Food Safety Management System. Option B is the correct answer of this question. Question number 21. As per Section 3rd of Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, if a food article sold in the market contains any inferior or cheaper substances, whether wholly or partly, which is injurious to health, then such product can be called as. To know the answer of this question, let me take you through the DISPIC, which defines unsafe food as means unsafe food means an article of food whose nature, substance, or quality is so affected as to render it injurious to health. So they have defined 12th condition under which we can say the product is unsafe for food, on which the fourth number is given in our question by the substitution of any inferior or cheaper substances, whether wholly or in part. So option B is the correct answer of this question. To answer this question, you need to go through the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, which is under the definition of section 3rd. These all things are written over there. Question number 22. As per section 22 of Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, food for a special dietary uses or functional food or nutraceutical or health supplement doesn't include. So this is the pick which I have taken from Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 of section 22. Here you can read as a product is labeled as food for a special dietary uses or functional food or nutraceuticals or health supplement or similar such food which is not represented for use as conventional food or whereby such product may be formulated in the form of powder, granules, tablets, capsule, liquid, jelly or other doses but not includes parenterals are meant for oral and are meant for oral administration. So which doesn't include, that is parenterals. Parenterals are basically drugs which is given to the unhealthy human being by the form of injection, infusion or implantation, but not by oral routes or through alimentary canal. Question number 23rd, which reads as Food Authority may notify food laboratories and research institutions accredited by NABL or any such accreditation agency wherein NABL stands for. All of you need to remember that NABL stands for National Accreditation Board for testing and calibration laboratory. Option D is the correct answer. Which works, it means NAVL works under the Department of which works, it means NAVL works under the Department of Science and Technology, India. Question number 24. Act or order which is not deemed after implementation of Food Safety and Standard Act is the Standards Weight and Measure Act 1976. Option D is the correct answer of this question. Question number 25. Analysis report format shall be followed by food analyst under the Food Safety and Standard Rules 2011. It means this question is asking that in which form the food analyst will submit its report of the food product which is taken by the food safety officer, and that report also need to submit it to the designated officer as well as food safety officer. So option A is the correct answer. It means form 7A need to be filled by the food analyst after testing the food. This is the format of the form 7A. Here you can see report of the food analyst. This is the form which need to be filled by the food analyst after testing the food product. So friends, if you find it useful, please hit the like button. If you have any kind of query, you can comment on the comment section, or if you found it useful, you can share it with your friends or those friends who are going to appear in food analyst or junior food analyst exam. You can also follow me on Instagram by searching the food cyclone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.